Can you guys hear me? All right, bet. We're good. M80 just 2-0 or Wildcard just 2-0'd M80. They're going to the finals, which is exciting. Even better because I've played against Gunner on M80 and I beat him in rank. Well, turd. I beat him a while ago when he was on Sonics. I beat that little turd, dude. I only have a few games, so I gotta get ready for work soon. But it's okay.
Open new hedge. On cocktail repel. Hey, dropped a new hatch, I think. My razor blue. That was red, okay. Didn't drop new hatch yet.
I have a nitro prep there.
You can call for that C4 while I'm on that cam.
Alright, bet.
Yeah, no, cam's gone. They shot the cam with Twitch drone. Oh wait, no, I can still call for it.
Bet.
Running ticket right now.
Yeah, one on red. Drop blood.
Big dubs,
One on
thank
red.
you.
The one on red. Could be pushed into piano. In piano, yeah. It's one by ticket, go back to the red wall. Back to red wall. Dead. Last guy on rappel. Last guy on piano rappel. Or he's on the roof. Sounded like he was near piano windows though.
Red hatch.
On red hatch.
They're on. I'm getting teammates that are allergic to reinforcing. Bro, fuck. I'm so happy you're using that term, dude. That shit makes me happy. Teammates got allergies, man. They got allergies. Babe, how far are you in that game? Bum, 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 bum. How am I at the bottom, bro? I have a pick. What the hell? All right, guys. So it looks like there's going to be 2 games today. Potentially 2 games. For SR. Canadian is 0-11 for entries right now. Hey, bro. I mean, there's not much I can say to defend that stat. This is not a good stat. Y'all ready for the Cali plays though on this map? Bum, 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 bum.
They're opening back white wall.
Calm, bro. One's outside big. That was stupid of me. I got Ash though. Matthew? I should just slap your face, bro.
I don't know if he's still at white, but it's
I was gonna
open.
say, you know, never mind. One small big. One should be big, last should be big, Ace. Oh, shit.
1 HP.
Good shit.
Shit.
We put a stain on the no death for our team. I apologize.
Unfrickin' believable.
Kick me off, dude. Just kick me off. Just boot me.
You're
DOS me
not.
right now.
Router is actually about to be in flames.
Money. Isn't DZ who SR played in the final for the last major? Yeah, so they're probably losing. Although, I mean, SR is just like that, bro. Sometimes they're just on one, sometimes they're not, bro. It depends on if Rex and Surf, Ambi, and Spoit are all on. If they're all on point, it doesn't matter about Canadian. It really doesn't. They'll win because they're just all 4 of them are just that good. But if one of them's tanking, it's gonna like Ambi, Spoit, Surf, or Rexon's gonna have a life game to make up for it. But their game's about to start. No, JK. Not quite. castling off fucking Christmas or cigar.
The fireplace window's open, careful. I don't know if he's on it or not. I think you're one outside of hell, too. Like on the balcony. Yeah, try pushing hell. Try pushing hell with the DMR.
Drop red.
That's right. There's another one debug.
One skylight.
Yeah, he's walking in. I think he's just holding it.
Another one red.
That's skylight. What's up, Tim? Don't want to bring like a Twitch for the mirrors. Actually, I mean I can. Fuck it.
I could play Ace or Habana, too. Just try to pop him.
Are we not gonna watch the game? We will. We will. We will. Just let me finish this. The game still hasn't started. Part of me wants to watch. Part of me wants to just play, bro. I don't know. Because part of the issue is it's three. It's a best of three, so I'm not even gonna be able to watch the whole game. If it was a best of one, like maybe I'd be able to watch the whole game, and even that would be pushing it. But it's a best of three, so I'm gonna be able to watch one map, maybe part of the second. It hasn't just started. Oh, I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm behind. You're right. I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm behind. Are they on labs? Okay, that's stupid. DZ's dumb for that. DZ's pretty stupid for that. Shopify's really good on labs. I don't know, dude. This game that we're playing right now is very tactical siege, bro. It's good. It's good. It's good. I like it. And plus, if I can hit M1 by the end of today, that'd be huge as well. But I have it open right now. I can open it on my PC and like toggle back and forth. Dun dun
Solis is
dun
playing on second
dun
floor.
dun
She's
dun
going
dun
right now.
dun dun dun.
Running out of red.
Yeah.
Where'd I just get?
I'm like a Rooney gated off at red.
Take a booth.
I think I can take piano. One's like by Shaco, like around New Hatch.
White.
One might be
They're
moving
both
this
white,
cigar.
both white, both white. Alright, Doc's still on white stairs, and the other one was like cocktail double.
Whichever one goes. This will be around white, right? We give Claymore and a drone on your
He's
flank.
on
Yeah, it's by
close,
white.
he's on left.
Tarps.
Round two.
Going towards cocktail door.
Nice.
Nice.
Good shit, guys.
I saw her round 1 dub.
Ambi doesn't miss this time. He takes down Kino. J90 trades it out. Next in line, Jack, situated over by Rafters, plugging holes as Nizami does, walking his way away from these attackers, but they are in full pursuit, Jesse, and he is living on borrowed time.
Attaboy Canadian.
Grenade goes off. They've got another isolated over towards Fish Stairs. I believe that's Newers. And
Dude,
he is
why would
on the
DZ not
run.
ban
Half
laps?
of the round to
I
go,
don't
and
get it.
DZ already reduced to 2.
That shit's
Just a
dumb.
perfect top floor clear coming out from the Rebellion. Now you put it all on NJR and Newers.
Rexon's having a good game.
Now I gotta
Void's
say,
having a
these are
good game.
two
Nadian.
incredible players. This is far from over, but with how much time there is on the clock, you have to imagine SR will take their time here, drone things out, spot these last couple players, and try to work in a plant. With full top floor control, they could go either bomb sites. Sometimes if you don't see teams take this top control, they're forced to go storage, but they have options on the side of SR. Still looks like storage might be the play, but NJR has a whiff of it. His first of 3 toxic babes will go to slow this round down and hopefully buy more time off this clock.
And that's really the win con right now, right? Is delay as long as possible, hopefully pick up a kill or 2 based on some sloppiness from SR. You are outnumbered, they still have utility, they have better guns, and they're finding their marks. Canadian with his back to surf, Spoit a huge round from the Swede. Will get the job done before the defuse kit could be planted.
Huge.
And oh yeah, you're going to be seeing that a lot. It is swelteringly hot in Toronto today as wildfires choke the sky. These guys are not a lot of deep breaths, hopefully, on the side of SR, so they're hoping for a quick day.
And immediately, a tactical timeout coming through from Dark Zero. Parker call out the head coach of this team not liking the start. It's been back-to-back opening.
Why would you like the start, bro?
It's round number 1. It's
They're 0-2 and they've killed 1 person, bro. Timeout in round 3. Yeah, they're 0-2. They've killed 1 person. Or they're 0-2 in the game and they have 1 kill combined through 2 rounds. That's bad. That's bad, bro. Snake would be clutch here, kind of.
the Rebellion. They are playing together, so even if they lose a fight, like Ants went down at some point in that top tier, immediately trades themselves easier, spreading themselves out a little bit more, so getting those trades back.
Damn, I'm like round to round with them. Come on, let's load. That was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen. And I whipped. Whatever. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
This next one, hopefully to get a little bit more breaching happening on the IT wall. Again, hasn't been a huge focus for SR in this game, despite how the meta usually goes.
Out go the Candelas. This one might not be quite the fake. Down goes
Down
Canadian,
goes
surrendering
Radiant.
that first pick. Gambi
They're not
might
gonna be able
show
to
a bit of
deal with
reluctance now
these
as he
mirrors.
gets Black Mirror cutting off his line over on Rafters. Down goes Newers to Spoit. And they might have yet another, but Kino wins the engagement.
How did he
with
just win
a
that?
single point of HP remaining. A frustrating one for Spoit, I'm sure, and DZ walks away
How does
from
Kino
that
win
initial
that?
bout with the advantage.
Weird from Canadian, jumps in the hallway and drops the defuse kit bottom floor, so that's going to be a little bit awkward for the Rebellion. Right now, Rexon's on a mission to retrieve it, but at the same time, these top floor players are just worried about the vert control. Ambi goes down to NJR. That puts a lot of pressure now onto Surf. He's going to back off and try to, I think, group up with Rexon in this 2v4, but it's a very similar result to the last round. The only thing is the colors have swapped.
I will say
Still yet to die on the
DZ
side.
has
Rexon
so
as he
much
holds that
info on
defuse kit.
SR playing this
He and
map,
Surf
but
have been getting
I'm
tougher
hoping it's just
deployment
not
as of
enough.
late. Down goes Surf, Rexon now. What can he muster? Nothing at all. DZ
Unfortunate.
blanking them from Dark Zero as they read into that. And run out executes from SR does not ultimately end up with them linking up.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah, I
idea
guess so,
there
man.
is they're trying to show a lot of force on the top floor. They throw 3 Candelas into the IT breach, while at the same time they've got a couple of players pushing elsewhere. Canadian jumped in the window at the bottom of Aqua Stairs. Rexon started to walk in the bottom of Garage, and Spoit jumped in Cargo. So they had a lot of mid-floor pressure right as we were watching those Candelas hitting the top floor. Unfortunately, as you just said, Parker, they were quite spread apart. All of those players in the Rebellion weren't in good positions to trade out. Newers gets the opening pick onto Canadian. It's the only kill that Newers has gotten in this game, but I think it's such a high-value pick because it downs the defuse kit, it gives that entry frag over to Dark Zero, and it really snowballs from that point forward.
Yeah, once you have 1 or 2 people losing that map control, it's very tough. Very, very tough to get it back. We saw the inverse happen in round number 2, right? Where Dark Zero was just spread apart and the last 2 players were trying to keep themselves alive and use utility as best as they could. And at that point, it's like, if you don't win your next engagement to narrow those numbers significantly, if you're in a, you know, if you're the 2 in a 2v4 and you don't get it back to a 2v3 or even a 2v2 situation, the round is more often than not lost. Obviously, there are caveats to that. I know people will but the inverse is also true, which is what we just saw. And on attack, it's a lot harder because the objective is quite literally in your hands. Rexon had the defuse kit, but there was no universe in which 4 easy defenders were allowing that to go down, especially when he just had Surf as his coverage. So all falls apart for the Rebellion. Dark Zero have done the opposite of what you're supposed to do, which is they've won their 3rd defender site, and that's it. Usually it's the other way around, right? Usually the defenders win the first 2 and lose the 3rd. No, DZ finally win 1, and we'll hope to close the gap now here in round number 4.
We were down to the basement for the first time this game, Parker, and now DZ are showing a bit of a different look. This pulse is not something that they've brought very frequently down on the bottom floor. Usually NJR he is the only person in the basement, the only guy on site for Dark Zero. So everybody else
coulda
playing
hit
these top
site,
floors are
bro.
going to be the main focal point for the Rebellion. Sometimes you'll see a rush just down the vending stairs when you do have such a heavy roam game from the defense, but I don't think that's what we're seeing SR go for. We've got a very heavy commitment to the roam clear for the Snake, the Deimos, the Dokkaebi, and just like that, the Deimos and the Snake will both fall. And the Dokkaebi, not far off. Newers barely misses those shots. It's a 2-man lead for DZ.
Bolts has been down, so it is a little bit more
3-3,
winnable. And there
3-3.
goes J90 to Surf from the window, immediately using Dokkaebi's calls to try and locate Newers as he'll be isolated. Expect to see a lot more Zofia over the next couple days. She just got a whack of buffs, and I believe somebody referred to her as the Terminator.
She is good now, bro. She is so good. Bro, you guys are pushing the worst possible breach right now.
Part of the push aren't finding success, it's going to be really hard for either team to come back and clutch things up here in this matchup, because these are the two teams that are best at converting advantages in the league. Mint mentioned it, Dark Zero, an 80% conversion rate so far through stage 1, the highest in the North American League, but Shopify Rebellion have them tied on that stat, 80% conversion as well from them. So it really does feel like these are the two best teams in the league at converting those man advantages. We're seeing that continue to spiral here. Is if Ambi's not having a good game, if Newers isn't having a
That's
good
what I'm
game,
saying.
you're going to see these teams struggling in particular. So keep an eye out on that going forward. Dark Zero tied this game up and keep us competitive. The 7-2 scoreline that these two teams so often end up in is still on the table, but that makes this next round.
See, every round is important because it means we get to spend more time together.
Wow, I suppose. You're right. I guess I do want this to go as quickly as possible, so I have to stop casting with you.
That's the I fear you didn't hear what I said. I said the opposite. I said it's nice to spend time together, and now you're saying you hope that we don't.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah.
Oh.
I love this clash play from False. Just the top of lobby stairs. It makes it really tough to get the top floor control. He is all alone, but even still, you don't know that.
Two SAS, bro. Smoke and a mute. That's who I was fighting. Bitch. Why is this the game I'm playing?
To a pretty nice contest. For the sake of fairness, to be fair and balanced here, and to be as unbiased as possible, it would be nice if the Rebellion do not completely implode. That would be quite nice. For DZ fans, they have had a very long road, and I know that you and I have talked about this an awful lot, about how the heart palpitations that come with this organization are something that you actually sign up for. When they send you a jersey in the mail, it comes with a disclaimer saying that it might cause cardiovascular issues because of the way that they play. Same could be said about Shopify Rebellion. As of late, DZ has looked so dominant that, you know what? There's no jokes even to be said here. I'm happy that the DZ fans are finally seeing their team reward them for their patience and their hard work. And, I mean, if you're a DZ fan in chat right now, we're very elated that Dark Zero have now won 3 rounds back-to-back and get the leadoff pick in a crucial round, and they're primed and geared up. With another on the hands of J9O, this is an unthinkable massacre happening right now in IT.
Parker, as I said, the entries are so important. For 5 rounds, that has determined who will win the round. We've had a 100% conversion rate so far, and it looks like it's going to be 6 for 6. J9O, what a start. Takes down 2 of the flex player on the Rebellion. Now it leaves a huge job to be done by Ambi, Spoit, and Canadian. This top floor is still firmly under control of the defenders. J9O did not leave this position, so he's still just roaming around Fish as he goes down now. Fault still remains on this top floor as well, though, and if they're not aware of this on the side of SR, this is going to be really tight. They don't have a ton of time to play with. They probably won't be able to drone out the entire top floor, so a late flank from Faults could be really devastating, unless they spot him out here. I mean, even if they find him, it's still going to be a 3v4 as they push to site. This is really looking awkward for them trying to convert this round.
Canadians opted to not go with the F2, by the way. The 417 is definitely an interesting choice.
Ambient Spoit,
Ambient
big.
both get on the board, and DZ's numbers advantage is all but evaporated. Diffuse kit going down. Spoit's coverage not good enough. J9O on the flank of his life. 4 kills to his name, and all he needs is Ambi to complete them all. You can see it in the camera. He's still fighting for that last kill, but he's just in total glee. Out all 5 members of the team.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be an 0-4 for me.
Mile away, what a huge moment. 4-2 as DZ take the first half.
What a way to send us to the half. I know Dark Zero 4-2 right now. Kyle, what do you think?
I'm seeing him staying alive. That's what they're doing. Staying alive and he got the aim. I mean, what I'm seeing is I thought we were rooting for SR for a second here. First 2 rounds. A little bit worried for them. I'm wondering if we're going to see possibly some shield bans. How are we going to target playing against DZ? Are we going to try to do the blueprint that other teams have been doing against them, bringing those C4s? We look at Wildcard. What were they able to do against Kino, right?
Use the information. They were able to use the C4s, but I don't know if we go in that same direction. It's really only one player that utilizes that information efficiently, which is Troy. But when you look down the side of Wildcard, everybody is using that information. using that
Really?
tilt.
Vigil?
And it is a great strategy. It's a great way to deal with Dark Zero. I just don't know if SR is going to be the team to do the same thing.
I think it is a good strat, especially nowadays. Again, with how much the attack has, the shields,
Yeah, I mean,
information
we're
about
going with defense.
utility, and this is actually okay. They're gonna get rid of the Nomad. So for me, getting rid of that Nomad means they can get aggressive around the IT position. The wall's gonna get opened. We see electric ban, so IT is gonna be open very easily. But normally you're gonna want to air jab off that IT door once you get the wall open. So we should be seeing, hopefully, SR get a little aggressive against DZ here.
All right, that's what's going to need to happen. They're down 2 rounds right now, but second half on defense, a lot can happen.
Well, it was the kid from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, who just got the first ace of the North American League Stage 1. It's shocking to me that it took that long, Parker, but we do finally have an ace here in the league. And of course, J9O does it to secure that 4-2. I'll remind you, when we saw these
No
two
04
teams
anymore?
play
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
first map
Not
of the
wrong.
Salt Lake City Grand Finals, it was a 7-2 victory for Rebellion. We now have to answer the back against SR on their own map pick. I'm starting to get worried because Minty set on deck. He thinks Dark Zero are better on the attack on this map. This goes the way of BZ, and he might be staring down the barrel of another domination from Dark Zero against SR.
Just set us up on a collision course with Wildcard and Dark Zero in the finals. If that happens, a reminder that these teams have already locked their spots at EWC. This is just the playoffs coming to a conclusion. If you are fans of M80 or Wildcard, the two teams that played in the
Jesus, SR is fucking
All the
shit in the
teammates
bed,
died
bro.
around him, so it feels like the Rebellion have been red again. They have a crazy winning streak here on this map, but Dark Zero now 5-2 up. I'm worried about how well they're playing, and I'm worried about the mental.
Bad and bad.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Admitted as much.
Damn.
Getting blown out on a map that they knew they were going to lose. Still chalk their mental. If you are losing your mental in a we know for sure we're losing this situation, when you should just be all smiles and like, you know what, guys, we got 2 rounds. Hell yeah, that's great. Let's move on. If that's what's blowing your mind up, how does your mind function when you are now losing your own map? And it started out so promising. The first 2 rounds for the Rebellion were quite good. They took advantage.
Oh, bro, they're okay.
We love to see that. A full court press through the ejected black mirror on the IT wall. But if you're losing 5 consecutive rounds on your own map after you hit such a promising start, there's some serious mental resiliency that needs to be shown here by the Rebellion. Now, they might actually have the bounce back. They took down Fultz, they took down NJR, they've got J9O on the run. J9O a bit of a heat sink at the moment with his 10 kills. He'll be felled as well. It's Kino and Newers against all 5 of SR, and not a single point of damage has been done to the Rebellion.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult to lose this round for the SR, so I cannot imagine we see another 7-2 scoreline. Newers and Kino will do their best, but 5v2, really tough. Again,
Does anybody have a deployable? Someone put a deployable shield there. Inside. What are you guys doing, bro? W jump out, man. Nice, dude. Good job, guys. Way to give up sight, die.
you took down Kino, the primary shield player on Dark Zero. It leaves just Fultz now as the only shield left on the board. Fultz does not really play shields. Dark Zero are not a big double shield team, so this is a rare operator to be brought out by him. not completely unheard of, but there's so much util still to go through. And
Nah, we just lost that game, bro.
This push will be focused on cargo, Parker. You're going to see them try to get down those cargo stairs, get a plant back behind the tank pillar. At the same time, NJR will provide that auxiliary support, so it has a second dimension, but this is going to be tough to actually get into the site.
Has Shopify taken their tack time out yet?
Now drop on in. Out go the smokes. A kill or two here could really crack open the
Attaboy.
site, but no,
Good
it's SR
shit.
who's going to do that. Answering back, Canadian so far the only casualty is this has been a great round and a half, almost 2 rounds for the Rebellion as they bounce back to the form we saw.
I'm
to
hoping,
start
bro.
off this map. Void is bleeding
Let's
out,
go.
but Ambi with a huge round will seal the deal. And there you go, a bit more
Babe, look at what
confidence starting
popped
to
up on
show
my,
in the body language
like,
and
For
faces
You
of SR as They
YouTube.
have shrunk this gap to just
Do you
a
see it?
single round.
The Sims
It's a
4
big
building
round
in
from
Willow
Void, who
Creek.
has
What do you know about
quietly
that?
amassed the most amount of kills here in the lobby, Parker. He's been playing his signature Azami for all 3 defense rounds so far. Could see it banned, but could be a Mira or a Clash as well. Talking a little bit in chat too. We'll see what comes through of it. It will be the Mira instead, so he can keep playing his favorite operator. Again, I think just positioning himself super well in these late rounds. They understand the win con on the defense. The Rebellion are doing a good job setting themselves up inside the site, waiting for those players to come through, not getting over aggressive, not extending too much, and back-to-back opening kills from Canadian as well cannot be ignored. He's consistently starting them out on the right foot. Every single round so far through this game, 9 straight. The team with the opening.
This is my
breakout
last
got
game,
them the
gentlemen.
round win in the end of it. So it's really important that they continue to win those duels. Dark Zero, they shouldn't be getting surprised by any.
What
of
map
the
are we on?
setups we're seeing
Canal.
from SR.
Yes,
It's not
bro.
like we're seeing a brand new setup coming through from the Rebellion, but they just play
Fuck
this map
yes.
so well. And again, with those advantages, they're really good at closing them down.
I think there was a belief forming when Dark Zero took the first half and then that 5th round to start the second half.
Two of my
that
teammates are the
this one's
same.
curtains.
Fuck.
We're marching our way towards a quick 2-0.
They're actual idiots.
That SR had the upper hand, 49% Dark Zero. Now, I might quarrel a little bit with those numbers. I think DZ is the presumptive favorite of these 2 squads. I think for a myriad reason, frankly, a myriad reasons, but I do think
Come on, 5-4. 5-4 in that game. Huge.
should be a close one. If SR completely bottle this map, then yeah, it's curtains. It's over. I do not see Cafe being played, but crazier things have happened, especially with Troy Canadian-led teams that just somehow find a way to level up when things are at their hardest. The call was coming in for a rehost. It doesn't look like we're gonna get a Kino keeping us on our toes here.
You know,
I'm so happy this map is back, bro.
Across all the skins, I'm not even going to talk about the Blitz bundle. 'Cause
They
I
should have
haven't
banned
seen anything,
Clash.
Thank God today. Haven't seen any. Haven't had to deal with the Blitz skin. Haven't. We haven't had. We've had one Blitz.
Come on, bring it to
Just pulled
5-5,
by Kino
please.
in the previous round, it did not work out, and frankly, I was not paying attention to what skin he had. But
J9's been
Yeah, just a
shut down for
reminder
the last
that
like
anime
5
boo.
fucking rounds.
look at that.
all 3. That's the Zofia buff coming in clutch, Parker. It deals about 80% damage to Canadian.
Fuck.
Unbelievable, and he's
Shit.
pushed off of his position as Newers grabs Ambi. Ambi steadily improving after the rougher start that he had. He's dropped.
All right, we need the other boys to come through here. Fuck, we lost
Might
that
be a
round.
little bit below what we expect of him, but the depth has been pretty good on this DZ
No bueno.
team so far. They've got the Rebellion on the ropes, Jesse. Potentially 2 minutes and 30 seconds for SR. They'll lose their own map.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's having a bad game in this contest. Dark Zero on the whole definitely playing a little bit better, and there are some low kill totals like NJR, but I haven't seen any big mistakes or anything coming out from him. He's using a lot of his good utility, so it's been a high-level game of Siege so far. It's been a really back-and-forth matchup. Dark Zero now, though, 2 opportunities to close things out. They likely won't get to attack the top floor again. This is where they've been successful twice, so they'll go to the mid-floor here for round 11. Canadian remains on his signature clash, and this top floor clear is always going to be so important for this bomb site. Canadians on the Clash, Ambi and Spoiler up here as well.
Dude, I'm nervous for them, bro.
They've got Kino on the Blackbeard to try to make some space. J9O with this Ying, like they've got a lot of good tools on the side of Dark Zero. How do they actually get past the util though?
Careful.
This is not
Do
as
it, do it,
unconventional
do it,
as
do
you
it,
think.
do it, do it, do it. No.
Use the impact, break your Kiba barrier. Somebody's out on that little highway
Atta
position.
boy.
There you go. J9O punished before he can get through the Aqua door, but Spoit's been found out. Newers has him in his sights. Kino down means that Newers cannot stand here and wait. So what is he going to do? He's just going to take matters into his own hands. It's a down, not a secure, which might be a bit frustrating for Dark Zero. Finally finished off as now NJR and Newers will need to work together. Another very quick round for Dark Zero. Circling in, Rexton takes down one, NJR another, and now the mayor will have to deal with 3 players on SR. Doing their best DZ's impression, staying alive. Oh,
Let's go!
boy, SR singing it to each other as they do just that. Stay alive for one more round.
We do, Matthew, we do. Was not expecting that hold. In the slightest.
Such brilliant shots to come through from these 2 players. Again, both Ambi and Spoit, I think, having massive impact in this game so far.
Combined for 20 kills. Nothing to sneeze at. Spoit, the highest rated player on SR. Ambi not far behind. It really is a battle of the heavyweights. Newers entered today in 2nd place in terms of EPS. Everybody
Wait, how are they going top floor again?
Who's sitting at a 127. Newers in 2nd with 119. J9O in 6th. NJR in 5th. For Shopify Rebellion, it's Spoit.
How are they going top
3rd,
floor again?
Ambi in 7th, and then you got to go down to 17th to find Surf. Spoit and Ambi have flourished in their roles. Spoit in particular going through a mid to later career renaissance, as he had some relatively rough statistical years, if you recall, on that old Rogue Koi roster before then moving over to, what was it? I don't know if it was technically Exit that he played on or M80 in that original
Just M80.
situation he was in. I mean, the M80 Exit brand split was a bit of a blur timeline-wise, but Spoit's been doing really, really well, and he's been getting very high-impact kills, and again, he's playing on a very critical role. It is not easy to play Azami on this map. Even though she is a strong operator, you have so much that you need to take account of, and Spoit's been doing a very good job of it today.
My focus is going to be on the kid himself, Ambi, who comes up here playing alongside Spoit in this double entry role, but he's going to be all the way down in the basement. They chose to go back to the top floor, Parker. This is the site that SR have lost twice now in this half against Dark Zero, so it's bold to come back, but it is traditionally thought of as the best bomb site on this map, so there is logic to the Rebellion coming back here. Their setup hasn't changed much. Canadians still on the Clash, Spoit is still on the Azami, Surf is still on an SAS operator. Like, this is a very similar setup. The main difference for me is just Ambi, who's lurking down below. I believe he just heard him blow his nitro cell, so they might have an idea that there's somebody playing on that bottom floor. He's got himself a camera here in the mid floor, so he's definitely hunting for one of these players to come down below, but there's no Deimos, there's no Buck. It doesn't look like Dark Zero really care to enter this mid floor. It's just J9O, whose probably whole focus is hunting down Ambi and making sure they can secure that opening pick.
Quite a collision course it would be, right? J9O and Ambi, both terrific players. We highlighted Ambi versus
Come on,
Newers
guys.
a little bit earlier today, and well, again, you've got great fraggers on both sides of the coin. Ambi sitting at a 9.92, Newers sitting at a 9.93. That's about as close as they can get.
Canadian.
Oh my,
Are you
Canadian
fucking
just
stupid?
About a second behind. You need to be faster than that. That's an
Are you
easy walk
stupid,
in for
Canadian?
Kino, and they have completely dislodged the defenders from this connector.
Fuck, this guy's an idiot.
Huge boon for Dark Zero.
Canadian might have been
That's the
flashing
whole
that
round.
Parker, so just doesn't have good vision. Ends up going down. The opening pick continues to be so incredibly important.
That's the whole
Kino,
round.
Another one now.
Canadian
playing
just
on
lost
that
the whole
thermite
round.
easy bundle inside a connector. Ambi
They're
Rex
actually
destroyed
dumb, bro. It
everything
hurts.
To do in this critical round.
You gotta feel for SR. Unless they can turn this one around, that'll be curtains. Newers gets Spoit. There was very little of him emerging, and yet he's punished all the same. Rexon keeping up with his very good day. Trying to catch Spoit's dozen kills. Rexon will be a huge feature now as DZ looks to plant the defuse kit. Newers and NJR.
Where even
for the
are
coverage.
they?
The mayor's been awfully quiet. Just 3 kills to his name. All hell breaks loose now. The 2 remaining players from Rebellion, Ambi and Rexon, will need to deal with this DZ lockout, or there goes the map. Good patience so far from Dark Zero. SR choosing next steps. Trapped, the cross being held by Newers. High likelihood he gets both of them. He'll start with one.
Canadian, you're a fucking
With the other.
dumbass, bro. Canadians are actually stupid as shit. What the fuck was that? Yeah, good trade. M2 right now, bro. Solo queue M2 game. This is fucking despicable, bro. Solo queuing is fucking impossible, man. Although yesterday we went on a bit of a tear, but solo queue this season, fucking miserable. Peak rank, top 350. Solo queue right now, not doing it, bro. Not doing it this season. This I love MPX guys, goated. It doesn't help that I just played with Steffenway and Somber and they're actually so bad. But whatever. Dude, I stay strong, bro. This game is fucking awful. I can't believe fucking Shopify just lost their own map, bro. Well, that's GG's, bro. Dark Zero's winning. We're going to club, bro. Dark Zero is 100% taking that. It's probably going to be like a 7. How many hours you got? I want to say like 3,000 or 4,000, somewhere around there. I don't know. This is, I don't like this. This blows. Okay, alright, Fid. Vigil, you've continued to be awful through 2 games now. Nice. Why that dude even plays this game with a 0.7 KD, peak diamond 3 and 2.0, beyond me, bro. Should we just find another one? Should we just play another one? Oh, dude, I have too much of addiction to this game, bro. Got like 350 hours and I'm silver 2. You think that's good? Yeah, it's not bad, bro. It's not bad at all. Yo, I don't know if Matthew put the Discord, but join the Discord and drop a sub if you don't mind. But no, I don't think that's bad. We'll do the fucking 1v1 arcade mode for another like 10 minutes. Play 1v1 bomb against, or bomb match to test your skill against an enemy. Oh, I hate the 1v1 mode. It's so bad. It's so boring. Oh shit, I missed it, Matthew. Who's like Mimi that I should run in the one? I've been jiving with Jaeger. I think it's fun to use him. By the way, I think if you had a stack, you could get top 100 this season. To be honest, dude. Yeah, it's just finding a stack that cheaters don't exist in is difficult. Holy recoil headshot, my god, okay. See what's going on in the SR game. YouTube.
Important seeding for the Esports World Cup on the line as well. It's very clear, Kyle, that Dark Zero came prepared here. I mean, they were prepared for just about anything that SR could throw their way.
Yeah, and first off, I
this right here,
I want to talk about the bans
this right here is the worst part of Siege Pro League. Nobody gives a shit about this.
DZ knows that as well. Pause them to bring the clash. We got that new Zofia update. We got J90 underneath, trying to use those 3 impacts from
also,
under
Canadian just sold, dude. Canadian sold so hard, bro. How you gonna die? Like, that shit's diabolical. Like, dude, this is so pathetic, bro. L ranked or L 1v1. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's-
But that's not
Wait, why'd it
all I
pause,
had.
man?
And
Specifically because he was the MVP without a doubt in this series. I mean,
They're not
even
giving
we
me.
saw him laugh
They're not
and
even giving a
smile and having
time,
good
bro.
time. But you got to look at the head-to-head between both teams. You know, I talked about going into this matchup for the side of SR. We needed to see Star Fraggers step up and perform, and arguably, Spoit definitely showed up. Ambi maybe not at the same level, but even then, I believe he was 1 kill away from double digits. Arguably, both sides are performing where they need to. It's just that mental hurdle that I think
What the fuck
SR
is
loses
perfect world
time and time.
Pangu
Well, I say
C?
time and time again. That time and time and time and time again continues to rear its ugly head.
Right, that's the thing. Like, when you have someone performing as well as Jane, I know, has been performing, even when you throw in Spoit,
the
you
fuck
throw in
is that?
Rex, and you throw in Ambi, like, it is very difficult to go against this Dark Zero team. I mean, going back to your point, Kyle,
Canadian, you're
just the
so bad at the
confidence
goddamn game,
to
bro.
know that Canadian is going to play Clash, to refuse to ban it, and just being better in the round. I mean, that just shows you the Dark Zero mentality that they're bringing here. Like, they are not afraid of Shopify Rebellion. They've never been, and they're not going to start being afraid of them now.
yeah, and that's exactly why I love rooting for this DZ team. They might have the best support staff right now in the NAL with Call Out, and if there's going to be new updates to the game, mid-season patch notes, sometimes pro players worry, they're like, how are we going to be innovative? But Call Out, everybody on that team, all the players as well, I mean, they're going to be like first in line to using some of that new stuff. And
This dude's trying just way harder than I am, bro. Good job, bro. Maybe he's just better than I am, bro. Maybe. Wait, am I attacking the basement now? Oh my word. Okay. Can they start the next game,
Well,
please?
the Rebellion are looking for redemption here on Clubhouse.
Not
in a big
happening.
way. Now their backs against the wall.
It's
They
not
wanna
happening.
avoid
They're
that
not
fourth
winning on
place
Clubhouse
spot
against
and
Dark
send
Zero.
us to a third
Yeah,
map.
not
We're
happening.
gonna have to see some magic right now.
There's just not happening, bro.
The end of the road for SR temporarily, might I add. Well, we'll find out. It is a razor-thin margin that.
No, it's gonna make us like wait another 5 minutes. Matthew, tell me if it makes us wait another 5 minutes.
Face Cafe down as well, which will not
No,
be
it's not.
any easier than this one.
Thank
So
you.
It's the best art.
What do you do to practice in C's, bro? Like, get better. Play a fuckload of games. This 1v1 mode is stupid, bro. I would not recommend trying to do this to get better because it's a joke. But just play a bunch of ranked, man. Watch Siege, watch Pro League, play ranked, watch higher level people than you. It's just like anything you do in life to try to get better at. Like, always try to surround yourself or surround whatever you're doing with people that are better than you so you can learn from them.
Togepi's oh so strong and ever present. Well, necessitating a ban from a lot of these teams.
Oh
But again, I do wonder how a lot of these buffs are going to play, and we've immediately seen Zofia rise from the ashes, like the Phoenix in her operator icon, becoming a staple play. If you go back to map number 1, she was played at the tail end of the first half.
Dude, they're not winning this game, bro. It's crazy. Bro, like, how much of a loser does this guy have to be?
Choked out by the gas as Canadian hopes to prolong this round. 1:20 still remaining on the clock. They figured out the other bomb site's free for the taking. So J9O will link up with NJR. The defuse kit will get planted. SR held outside of the bomb site. One moto, one bottom main stairs. NJR giving his position away. A single shot on Despoit, an unwinnable position for the Swede, and it's all up to the team captain. SR fans hoping for a better start to map 2 than the end of map 1. Will have to wait a little bit longer unless Canadian
It's
can
not
pull
happening,
off a miracle and roll back the clocks to his EG days. Running out of time as he's desperate for a kill. They will not come easily. DZ giving him absolutely nothing, and NJR is
Free to come out from these.
That's kind of the whole reason we lost that game is Canadian's fault, bro. Gets flash, stands there like a fucking idiot. What, baby? What? Sure, dude. Oh god, just get me off this game.
He's got this space down below. They haven't really had to clear anybody.
I want to
out
say
on
at
their
least
side. We still have a
Shotfire
couple
Rebellion's
players on the
defending,
Rebellion over on that side of the map, but instead DC are going for a bit
but
more
I don't
aggressive
even think
play.
that shit fucking
One, they just
matters.
pressure Jacuzzi, pressure Logi, pressure from down below, and make it really claustrophobic in and around the bomb site.
Ooh, that's a missed opportunity for DZ. It'll slip through the fingers.
How do
of
you
Kino.
miss
Kino
that,
now
Rexon?
gone.
Come
Spoit gets
on.
that head for the trophy wall. And a pretty good
Thank
trophy
you,
to have
Surf.
as well. Surf still firing away. He's been a bit quiet today, but you know Surf can hang when need be. Slow start for Ambi as he's 0-2, but that's the only player that the Rebellion have lost, and this round has gone by in a hurry. 30 seconds still remaining. DZ fishing for kills outside.
Canadian.
They will get Canadian.
Just stop fucking doing
Potentially
whatever
will be
you're
found,
doing.
but
Just
these
stop
Kiva
doing it.
barriers giving them pause for the
Like,
time
that's
being.
G's now.
Kino knows all
3-3,
too
bro.
well that somebody was inside a weight room. He saw that Kiva barrier give them some
Thank you, Rexon.
comfort and concealment before. Nade goes out. Rexon with a kill onto Kino. Newers and Fultz now the damning task of walking through singular doorways. A leg appears. Fultz on the vault and he has to
No.
take matters into his own hands. He's all on his lonesome and he is completely out of time with defuse kit surrendered over on Jacuzzi. A good
Thank
bounce
God,
back
bro.
as SR locks deep.
Didn't have defuse kit there. It's gonna be really tough to clutch things up. Nice to clutch things up. Nice job for the
I'm all the
Rebellion
way up.
downing that Jacuzzi side. When
One second, I'll be
NJR
right
tried to
back.
Get into the building. The Deaths touched on how Dark Zero were really the first team in NA that we're seeing lean heavily into the Sophia. We saw it back in map number 1, and now in map 2, we're seeing that again with DZ focusing really on that below take. Both Fultz and Newers and J90 all pressuring down below at some point in that round. But it was a good response coming out from the Rebellion too. You saw that great angle of Spoit dropping down through the hash to be able to pressure those Vert players down below. Did a really good job of reading where that was coming from. Newers got a couple of big kills in the midst of that. He actually did find some success from downstairs and then eventually rotating up red. But ultimately the other frags were just going all the way of the Rebellion. And I think they read that push really nicely from DZ.
My clothing's in the dryer,
There's some
so
hope
I'm gonna
back
fucking
in map number 1, Jesse, that SR
watch
will
one
show
more
up and
round.
Bring the same heat to DZ that we know DZ is.
When are they gonna
well
drop Canadian, bro?
capable of. The one black
Probably
mark
never.
that the Rebellion have on their
Unfortunately,
scorecard
probably never.
is consistency. Do keep in mind that SR looked like a team.
He's just a
possessed,
burger,
hot off of their
bro. Like,
second
he's a
place finish
burger.
At the major just a couple months ago, they went on a tear to begin stage 1, all before losing 3 consecutive matches, some of which on paper they probably should have won. It was a frustrating thing that many of these players on SR talked about on Twitter, they talked about on podcasts, they talked about it on their stream, and they were able to bail themselves out towards the end of the stage and then go on a triumphant run to claim one
They
of
brought
the
out
4
what?
spots at EWC, leading
A Cali?
such as Bet and others
Oh
to call
boy.
Canadian inevitable when a major or a live event
Do I
spot
study
is
film?
on the line.
No.
Stakes are a little bit lower now. You've already qualified, so I can understand
No, I'm
why
in
maybe
school
some of that
for
plot armor
secondary
isn't as
education, bro. I'm
strong,
trying to
but
teach. I just got out of the
SR need to find
military.
that
but-
qualification level that they were able to hit last week, or else DZ, well, they're in the favored spot from here on out.
Oh,
Might
fuck.
be another rush coming out, Parker. They've got the main breach open. Fultz trying to clear out. Ambi does just that. Newers gets the kill, but it's traded well by
Get out of there.
Surf. That's going to be
Fuck.
4v4 now, but we're still going on. The Raptors play will go the way of Dark Zero.
How do you
J9
let him just
finds
walk
Spoit,
through,
leaving just
dude?
Rexon there to play the top of Garage.
Rexon's fucked.
Surf and Canadian still inside of sight as well.
Rexon
They wanted to go
is
fast with that, and they
fucked.
stalled that out. Despite losing the numbers advantage, that is kind of mission accomplished from SR. I feel like they wanted to just run straight up those red
Why is
stairs and
Surf
maybe run
using
straight
this
into Garage, but they will stall
weapon
things out
optic?
as Fultz, the main shield player, goes down.
He's literally
Very
trolling.
weird to see Fultz on a shield once again, but with Kino and Cali, it makes sense.
Surf is trolling, bro.
Another operator we haven't really
Don't do
discussed
it.
that just
Don't
saw
do it,
some
Surf.
changes during the mid-season patches. Jaeger, almost back to his old self. All reliable for a lot of these
How do
players.
you
The
lose
Frags are
that?
Delighted. Doesn't really help Surf there, though he was able to amass a kill earlier to add to the 2 that he had prior. Doing pretty well. He and Spoit leading the way on the team through 3 rounds with 3 kills apiece, averaging 1 per round. That's not too bad for them, especially for Surf, who again doesn't play that same forefrontal role. DZ in prime position as they've now downed Rexon, and it's the old dog going up against DZ, Canadian in a 1v4. You have any hope here, Jesse?
Fuck no.
Not particularly.
I knew exactly what you were going to do. He trades himself out. You were waiting for Canadian to die so then you could go, nope. And look
I
like you were
said
the
no.
smartest man alive. Unfortunately,
I said no
Canadian
before he
left.
died.
Yeah. DZ regains the lead.
Slander on the cast and slander in the server as that rush push a little bit disrespectful
I
to
just-
come out from Dark Zero. It's the second time in 3 rounds where they've gone quite fast at the start of it, but it's not coming blind, right? They're doing it because they have the information and they're always so good at trading those kills back when
I just
they go
can't,
for those
bro.
fast moves. I really like how
I
closely
just
they
can't with
play
them.
together, kind of down below the site inside of Lounge. This push was not bad for SR. The fact that Surf gets a trade on defaults is fine, but then Surf is left in kind of a poor position. He's trying to hold this defuse kit, but if he goes back up the red stairs, he might have just been in a safer spot altogether. They close him out really easily there on the side of DZ. They just wait for him to come into their crosshair and they find that frag as he's got really nowhere else to go. So a nice pressure move coming out from Dark Zero. They regain the lead here on their own map pick.
Bomb located by attackers.
I do quite like when these teams do battle with one another. A lot of history here and a lot of storylines for people who are just some of the more casual observers. It'd be fascinating to watch EWC, Jesse, and see how these operator changes will impact these teams.
You know, one thing I was thinking about during the between the maps part that I haven't been able to really talk about, but I think it's good to mention now is
Scary when you
I wanted
think about
to see
things,
more of
Jesse.
Ambi. I was thinking about Ambi, as I often
You're thinking
am.
about Ambi.
And how he wasn't really so involved in the entries back in map number 1. Of all the players in the league, he has the highest entry participation rate, 37% of any player in the North America League. But despite that, he was just involved in one opening gunfight back on the first map, and he lost it. Now for the first 3 rounds here on Clubhouse, he's been involved twice, but he lost both of them in the previous 2 rounds. I think Ambi is the key to success for the Starfire Rebellion side, Parker. They have to get Ambi more active, I think, in some of these opening duels, and he has to find some success being supported by his teammates.
It's a great bomb site for Scopos. A great map for Scopos as well. Spoit's played the operator a number of times. Ambi taking over now. So you've got bottom floor bomb site. You usually hide one upstairs inside a bathroom, and sure they know this, right? Bolt is about to see him.
They've been 8 for it too, I think.
Yeah.
No problem.
Handled.
It's a
Teams
little bit
know
of
that.
utility wasted.
Yeah.
I think that was literally the first Scopo strat I ever saw when this operator got pulled into the game.
Yeah, I think it was this map. You had one down in church, and you have one upstairs in the bathroom.
Yeah, I think it's exactly that spot.
And while Scopos has a shield when the second robot is immobilized, you are still just a bot and a gun.
Oh, what's going on?
Kind of like me when I play ranked. Canadian will be the only shield at this current point in time. He loves this operator. He
What's
loved it
going on here?
Raven Labs. He loves it here on Clubhouse. It allows him to call while still being somewhat protected. It doesn't make him unkillable. We saw that in full effect to some comedic effect as well back on that first map. Final minute now, as Dark Zero are dotting their I's, crossing their T's on the main floor, warming up for an execute, and they get Spoit. Oh my goodness. NJR
All right.
punishing
Well, I
him.
mean, this is wraps.
A very good dance by both of these teams, and unlucky for Spoit.
It's not a good
Spoit
dance,
those
bro.
goals to try to impact
Shots by
the match,
sucks.
But instead it's his own demise. That's a brutal way to go
They're
out.
sucking right now. They're about to lose to another rush.
Ambi
There goes
was one
Plant.
kill. You said you wanted more about Ambi. You were thinking longingly about
Maybe
it.
not.
He finds a second Jesse, the opposite of a caster curse. And he's in a very powerful spot now. Watching cross
Oh,
towards
fuck.
the main stairs, but distracted from above. Newers dropping bombs on this SR team from Kitchen. And yet still
Dude, like-
hand count. That L85 doesn't get the love that it used to get, but it's still quite the formidable gun in the right hands. Newers showing that one off. Surfing Canadian on the run for SR. Time running out. They need to get the defuse kit down, but nobody on DZ has control. SR might just win this off of time, and they will do just that. sloppiness from DZ as they are unable to pivot quickly enough.
That
and
was a
SR
gift.
takes full
They just gave
advantage.
us a gift,
Wow,
bro.
I've got good timing today, Parker. It really was Ambi for me that came alive and made that round
They just gave us a
possible
gift.
for the Rebellion. He's able to jump in and get 2 big kills, including Kino, who's
Oh
planting the
my
fuse kit.
word.
It's really massive for him to be able to step up and get those kills. It's maybe not an entry pick like I was hoping to see from him, but instead,
All right, we
down
can
in
watch
the
one
basement,
more
he still
round.
has huge value there on the Scopos, playing the operator for the first time this stage. Once that diffuse planter goes down, like once you lose that plant, it gets really awkward. Sure, Newers can grab a couple of kills from the hatch. That's definitely valuable, but you lose that main focal point of the push. You lose your ability to plant and take control of the clock for yourself. You saw it. The timer ticking down was the whole reason why SR got the win in the end of it. So if they are able to plant, that clock starts working for the attackers, everything changes, but Ambi puts a stop to it. So a huge round coming out from the youngster on Shopify Rebellion. And again, it's that entry pick that does eventually result in a round win.
Swapping mags. It just started out so well for DZ. Newers desperately needing help. I think technically he only got 2 kills, but he was a main contributor in a couple other points of
Holy
damage that were being
shit,
done,
what
and
are all
it's a
those
round that
colors,
really
bro?
slipped through the fingers of Dark Zero. One that DZ lost more than I'd argue.
Infects the enemy with a
SR
virus that causes
outright
toxic
won. But I
cyber
mean, at the
substance
end of
to
the
leak.
day,
This
it's
deals
not like
poison
you get
damage.
to the winning screen and they go, well, actually,
Infects the
you won
enemy with a virus that
7-5,
causes
but 2 of
oh,
those
same,
rounds
same.
you really shouldn't have. So we're going to give it to the other guys. Rebellion are going to be happy that they took that
Oh.
round. DZ just needs to tighten things up a little bit. Conventional wisdom here is that because it's their map pick, Jesse, they start on the harder side. And even though DZ are a pretty decent attacking team, the fact that they've been able to muster 2 rounds already, that's about where most attacking
Is that what the
teams
bullet
will
does when you
get
hit it?
playing
Hit 'em?
on maps where they don't choose that starting side. So signs are still quite positive
Like-
for DZ.
Sombra
Yeah,
shit.
I would agree. I think if this half ends 3-3, it's fine for both sides. Like, it's not the end of the world for the Rebellion, but they're certainly going to be hoping for a 4-2 split. The fact that it's already 2-2 definitely makes you a little
Do you have a
bit
mask
worried.
on?
Dark Zero, there's pretty much no bad outcome at this point, even if they lose the next 2. They'll be in a
Yeah.
decent spot to close things out in the second half. But plenty
Why
of
does it
games
go
still to
above your
play.
hat?
Sometimes things don't always align with our expectations. We're going back to the gym bomb site, Parker, and this time I think we're going to see a little bit more of a cash clear coming in from Dark Zero. They've got more bodies on that side of the map. That said, they also still have some players. They've brought the Buck once again who can play down below, and they haven't really started opening the walls. So it might be a similar push where they just really focus on this vert and they try to
Okay.
condense themselves here on the bomb site and make it really awkward to play these positions.
One of the slower rounds
Why are you
so
red?
far. Used to breakneck pace being set on Clubhouse. Again, it's a very big map. We said similar things
Oh,
about
it is.
Nighthaven Labs, our first map that was played, and now we can say the same here on Clubhouse. This is a death drop from Kino as he's hoping for an opportunity on the side of Logi, but he's gassed out immediately. This is a really good call and response by Surf. Kino yet to find a kill, the only person in the lobby that doesn't have one just yet.
Why is
Bit of a
Nadian on a
fault
DMR,
of
bro?
grace, given how good he was back in map number 1. A little worried about DZ stalling out here, Jesse.
Yeah, they need to use their utility to get something. Spoit will go down. That's NGR for the first frag. There it is. A Faith opening pick now. And Jin, I know another one right after. They know these players are in Logi. It's going to be a bit of a problem as they drop the defuse kit right in the hands of the Rebellion.
Oh,
This all of a sudden
Surf,
gets so
why?
difficult. Newers gets a pick back on a Surf, but it's immediately traded. Everybody's going down with 30 seconds to go. It's a 2v2.
Because of the sluggishness of this execute, there's no opportunity to find greater information. Your only real intel op was the snake.
Nadian's about to
Fultz, who
lose
I don't
this.
feel was able to do his job well enough for this team. You can't go onto drones. You don't have any left. So now you just waltz into the waiting arms of SR, and they punish you for that. Rexon and Canadian with the closeout kills, and SR takes the lead.
Rebellion playing into their own game, Parker. That's exactly what you have to see if you're a fan of this team. They're stalling things out. They're playing this slow. They're using their utility to just make sure that Dark Zero can't do much. For the second time now, we've seen DZ kind of ignore the eastern side of that top floor, mostly focusing on Jacuzzi, on Logi by playing down below, and it kind of has been hurting them as they try to go for this play. It was really an
All right, gents,
all-in
for real, I
drop
gotta
from
go.
Kino.